Hansel and Gretel is one of the most famous fairy tales collected by the brothers Grimm. The story is a dark and cautionary tale about two siblings, Hansel and Gretel, who are abandoned in the forest by their parents and eventually encounter a wicked witch. Here's a summary of the story. Hansel and Gretel live with their father, a poor woodcutter, and their stepmother in a small house at the edge of a dense forest. Due to a severe famine in the land, the stepmother convinces the woodcutter to abandon the children in the forest, believing that they are too poor to feed them. Though reluctant, the woodcutter eventually agrees. Hansel overhears the plan and gathers white pebbles to leave a trail that he and Gretel can follow back home. The first time they are abandoned, they find their way back by following the pebble trail. However, when the stepmother persuades the father to abandon them again, Hansel tries to gather pebbles, but the door is locked. Instead, he leaves a trail of breadcrumbs. Unfortunately, the breadcrumbs are eaten by birds, and the children are unable to find their way back. Lost in the forest, Hansel and Gretel come across a house made of bread, cake, and sugar. Hungry and exhausted, they start eating the house. Suddenly, a wicked witch who lives in the house captures them. The witch is a cannibal who plans to fatten Hansel and eat him while making Gretel her servant. As Hansel is held captive, the witch feeds him to fatten him up, but Hansel cleverly offers a bone instead of his finger when the witch checks to see if he is ready to be eaten. The witch, who has poor eyesight, is fooled by this trick. Eventually, the witch loses patience and decides to eat Hansel anyway. Gretel is ordered to help prepare the oven, but she pretends she doesn't know how to do it. When the witch demonstrates how to check the oven, Gretel pushes her into it, killing her. The siblings escape with the witch's treasure and find their way back home. They return to their father, who has regretted his actions, while the stepmother has died. The family is now rich, and they live happily ever after. The story of Hansel and Gretel deals with themes of survival,